Welcome back to my channel, Math and Language, at ako si James, your Math and Language instructor. At ngayon, aaralin natin paano nga ba malaman kung singular or plural ang verb dito sa Subject-Verb Agreement. First one, identify natin kung ano ba talaga ang tunay na subject sa sentence. Marami kasi dito nagpapanggap lang na subject. Pangalawa, decide if the subject is singular or plural. And lastly, decide which verb form will match with the subject. So may mga rules naman tayo sa subject-verb agreement na tutulong sa atin para malaman natin kung singular verb or plural verb ang gagamitin natin. So let's start with the basic rule. Subjects and verbs must agree in number. Siyempre, kung singular subject, singular verb din ang gagamitin. At kung plural subject naman, plural verb ang gagamitin natin. Let's start with the first example. We have the dogs eat the food. So, identify natin ano ba yung subject dito sa sentence. Siyempre, ito yung dogs. So, dahil ang dogs ay plural, ang gagamitin natin ng verb ay plural din, which is eat. Okay, so let's have another example. We have the dog eats the food. So, the subject here is dog, and the verb that will be used is eats. Kasi singular ang dog, so you have to use a singular verb. Let's move to the second rule, subordinate clauses. Subordinate clauses doesn't affect the agreement. So let's see some example. The cell phone that is on the books belongs to James. So ang subordinate clause dito is that is on the books. Minamodify niya yung word na cell phone. So kahit tanggalin mo yan, yung that is on the books, may sense pa rin yung sentence mo, which is the cell phone belongs to James. So sentence pa rin siya. So itong mga subordinate clause, sa test nyo, ito yung mga pampagulo. Ito yung magtitrick sa inyo, nakakala nyo ang subject dito is yung books, which is ang tunay na subject ay cellphone. At dahil ang cellphone ay singular, gagamit ka ng singular verb, which is belongs. Let's have another example. We have the books that are on the cupboard are mine. So, ang subject mo dito ay yung books. At yung subordinate clause mo na pampagulo ay that are on the cupboard. Okay? So, ang subject dito is yung books hindi yung cupboard. So, dahil ang books ay plural, you have to use a plural verb, which is are. So, the books that are on the cupboard are mine. Let's move to rule number 3, prepositional phrases. Prepositional phrases doesn't also affect the agreement, katulad ng subordinate clause. So, ito yung mga palamuti, tapos pampagulo din to. So, let's have some example. The colors of the painting are brilliant. So, ang prepositional phrase mo dito ay of the painting. Prepositional phrase, ito yung nagsisimula sa preposition na phrase. So, of the painting. Kasi of is a preposition. Minamodify niya yung word na colors. So, dahil ang subject natin ay colors at hindi painting, colors is a plural subject. So, you have to use a plural verb which is are. Another example. The color of the bags is nice. So, parang unang tingin sa parang may mali, di ba? The color of the bags is nice. Dapat the color of the bags are nice. Which is wrong. Kasi ang prepositional phrase dito ay of the bags. Of the bags, okay? So, akala natin ang subject is bags, but ang tunay na subject dito ay color. So, dahil ang color is a singular subject, you have to use a singular verb, which is. So the color of the bags is nice. Next rule we have here or there. But here or there, the true subject follows the verb. So nagpapanggap lang pala itong subject ng mga here or there na to. Let's have some example. There is a cat on the table. So highlight ko yung there kasi hindi naman siya yung tunay yung subject. Ang tunay na subject dito yung cat. Okay? So, dahil ang cat is a singular subject, you have to use a singular verb, which is. Ang sagwa naman pakinggan kung there are a cat on the table, di ba? Let's have another example. We have, here are the documents that you wanted. So, highlight ko yung here. At ang tunay na subject dito ay documents. Dahil ang documents ay plural, you have to use a plural verb, which is are. Okay, panglimang rule na tayo. Verb agreement and questions. In questions, at least part of the verb comes before the subject. Let's see some example. Who is the president of the class? Highlight ko yung who at yung subject dito is president. Dahil ang president is a singular subject, ang gagamitin mo na verb ay singular din, which is. Next example, we have, are the children ready to go? So, ang subject natin dito is children. Okay? At ang verb na gagamitin natin ay dapat plural. Kasi ang children is plural, so you have to use a plural verb, which is are. Next rule, we have the word in for two subjects. If two subjects are joined by n, they typically require a plural verb form. For example, the dog and the goat are jumping over the fence. So, mapapansin mo, you have two subjects. Yung dog, pati yung goat. Okay? They are connected by N eh. So, pag ganun, if you have two subjects tapos connected siya ng N, you have to use a plural verb. So, are ang gagamitin natin, hindi is. Okay, may mga times na it gets tricky pag ginagamit yung word na N. Okay? So, when commas set off a parenthetical element in a sentence, what lies between the commas has no effect on the verb. So, medyo tricky to, okay? Para siyang subordinate clause and prepositional phrase. Ito yung mga parang palumuti na kahit naman tanggalin mo, okay lang. For example, Boston, an all-New England cities, tends to get snow in January. So, yung parenthetical element mo nito is an all-New England cities. Okay, mapagkakamalan niyo siya yung parang kanina na parang the dog and the goat. Kaso dito kasi, palamuti lang tong an all-New England cities na to. Be careful with that, okay? Pag may comma ka, tapos may n, letang parenthetical element yon. So, pampagulo to. Ang tunay na subject mo lang dito ay Boston. So, napapansin nyo, ang Boston is a singular subject, so you have to use a singular verb, which is tense. Alright, so next rule tayo. The word n for same person or thing. The verb is singular if the two subjects separated by the word n refer to the same person or thing as a whole. For example, ham and cheese sandwich is my favorite snack. Okay, so parang akala nyo kanina, the dog and the goat. Hindi, iba to. Ham and cheese sandwich, isang sandwich lang siya, okay? Hindi siya yung parang hiwalay na sandwich. Okay? Kung ham sandwich and cheese sandwich na magkahiwalay, you have to use are. But for this one, it's taken as singular. Ham and cheese sandwich is a singular subject lang. Okay? So dahil singular siya, you have to use the verb is. Another example. Red beans and rice is my mom's favorite dish. So, yung red beans and rice, hindi siya magkaiwalay. So, isang ulam siya. Okay? So, dahil parang isang content siya, singular siya. And you have to use a singular verb, which is. Next rule, we have each, every, and no. If one of the words each, every, or no comes before the subject, the verb is singular. For example, we have every man and woman is required to check in. So, highlight ko na yung every at yung man and woman is the subject. Okay, unang tingin, okay, dahil man and woman, that's plural. Kasi diba, sa rule kanina, no. Pag may every ka, automatic yan. Matic na yan, singular yan. So, you have to use a singular verb. Next example, we have no smoking is being implemented. So, highlight ko na yung no, and yung smoking is a singular subject. So, dahil may no ka, matic yan, singular na yan, you have to use a singular verb. So, hindi ka pwedeng gumamit ng are. So, that's is. No smoking is being implemented. Okay, next rule tayo. Singular nouns with S ending. Some nouns that ends in S are singular. Hence, they take a singular verb. Okay, may mga subject tayo or nouns na nagtatapos sa S, kaso singular talaga siya. For example, physics, mathematics, linguistics, and logistics. At marami pang iba. Okay? Let's see the first example. We have physics is Teddy's favorite subject. So, ang subject dito ay si physics, hindi si Teddy, okay? So, dahil ang physics is a singular noun, you have to take a singular verb. Okay, doon na tayo sa pang-sampung rule. We have plural nouns without singular form. So, plural form subjects with a plural meaning take a plural verb. Ito yung mga scissors, trousers, or pants. So, let's see the first example. We have the scissors are on the table. So, ang scissors are plural talaga siya. So, dahil plural siya, you have to take a plural verb, which is are. Di ka pwedeng gumamit ng is. Okay? So, the scissors are on the table. E paano naman yung ganitong example? The pair of scissors is on the table. Okay, sabi mo kanina, ang scissors dapat plural. Kasi plural naman talaga ang scissors, dapat are ang gagamitin mo. Yes, ganun naman talaga. Kaso dahil pair of scissors, singular ang gagamitin natin. Dahil ang subject mo talaga dito ay yung pair, hindi yung scissors. So, the pair of scissors is on the table. So, yung pair ay kailangan is siya, hindi siya are. Because scissors is the object of the preposition. Scissors does not affect the number of the verb. So, be careful with that. Baka lumabas to sa exam nyo. Let's move to the next rule. Either, neither, and, or, nor. If the subjects are connected by the words or, nor, neither, nor, either, or, use the verb form of the subject that is nearest to the verb. So let's have the first example. Neither the director nor the actors are following the lines closely. So, i-highlight ko na yung neither at yung nor. At ang subject mo dito ay director at actors. So, anong gagamitin natin? Is or are. So, for this one, dahil ang pinakamalapit na subject dun sa verb ay actors, at dahil plural ang actors, you have to use a plural verb. So, are ang gagamitin natin. Let's have the second example. Neither the actors nor the director is following the lines closely. Highlight ko na yung neither, pati yung nor. At yung subject natin dito ay actors at director. Dahil ang pinakamalapit na subject mo ay director dun sa verb, at ang director is a singular one, so dapat gumamit ka rin ng singular verb, which is. Moving on, let's go to the collective nouns. A collective noun such as team or staff can be either singular or plural, depending upon the rest of the sentence. So let's have the first example. The jury has awarded custody to the grandmother. So ang subject mo dito is jury. Okay? Dahil ang jury is a collective noun and it's acting as one unit, so it's singular siya. So you have to use a singular verb. So hindi ka pwedeng gumamit ng have. You have to use has. Okay? So the jury has awarded custody to the grandmother. E paano pa ganitong example? The jury members are eating at McDonald's right now. So ang subject mo dito ay jury members. This one is medyo tricky to. Okay? They are not acting as one unit. Okay? So, individual silang kumakain sa McDonald's ngayon. So, plural ang gagamitin mo. Okay? So, jury members is a plural subject, so you have to take a plural verb, which is are. Hindi siya pwedeng is. Let's move to the next rule. Titles of single entities. Titles of books, movies, novels, and other similar works are treated as singular and take a singular verb. So, first example natin, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince is my favorite movie. Yes, favorite ko talaga siya. So, ang subject mo dito is Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Okay? Hindi siya parang kaninang rule na pag may N, so dalawa na yung subject mo, si Harry Potter pati yung Half-Blood Prince. Mali yun. It's a title kasi ng movie. So, it's taken as one. So, singular siya. So, dahil dyan, nagamit ka ng singular verb, which is. Moving on, let's go to the next rule. A number of, the number of. Ito, madali lang to. Straightforward. Pag may nakita kang the number of, singular yan. Pag a number of naman, plural yan. Matik yan. First example. The number of students registered in the class is 20. So, i-highlight ko ng the number of at yung subject natin ay students. Kahit yung students ay may S yan or plural, dahil the number siya, the number of, you have to use a singular verb, which is. And the next example, a number of students were late. So, dahil gumamit ka ng a number of, automatic plural yan. So, imbes na was ang gagamitin mo, were. A number of students were late. Okay, next rule na tayo. Singular indefinite pronouns. Singular indefinite pronouns typically take the singular form. Ito yung mga another, anyone, anything, each, either, enough, everyone, everything, less, little, much, neither, no, one, nothing, other, one, someone, and something. So, first example mo dito is everyone is sleeping in the living room. Ang subject mo is everyone. At dahil singular indefinite pronoun siya, you have to use a singular verb, which is, and the are. So, everyone is sleeping in the living room. Next example. There is nothing to eat. Highlight ko na yung there kasi di ba nagpapanggap lang siyang subject. Ang subject mo dito is nothing. And dahil nothing is a singular indefinite pronoun, you have to use a singular verb, which is. Hindi naman pwedeng there are nothing to eat. So, there is nothing to eat. Next rule, dahil may singular indefinite pronouns tayo, meron din tayong plural indefinite pronouns. Plural indefinite pronouns take the plural form. Ito yung mga both, few, fewer, many, others, several. So, first example we have, both are guilty. Ang subject mo dito ay both, at dahil ang both is a plural indefinite pronoun, you have to take a plural verb, which is are. Hindi naman pwedeng both is guilty. Sagwa pakinggan, di ba? So, that will be both are guilty. Next example, others are not coming. So, ang subject mo is others, and ang verb mo dito, dahil others is a plural indefinite pronoun, you have to take a plural verb, which is are. So, others are not coming. Hindi pwedeng others is not coming. Okay, so, eto medyo tricky to. Both singular and plural indefinite pronouns. Some indefinite pronouns are singular or plural depending on the context. So, pwede siyang singular, pwede siyang plural, depende kung paano mo siya gagamitin sa sentence. Ito yung all, any, more, most, none, and some. Let's have the first example. All the cake was eaten by the guests. So, ang subject mo dito is all the cake. Para malaman natin kung singular or plural, tingnan mo yung pinakamalapit na word dun sa tabi ng verb. Cake, di ba? So, ang cake is a singular, so gagamit ka ng singular verb, which is was. Di pwedeng were. Next one. All the cupcakes are gone. So, may all ka na naman. So, dahil ito ay pwedeng both singular and plural, at dahil ang pinakamalapit na noun or subject dun sa tabi ng verb ay cupcakes, and cupcakes ay plural. So, gagamit ka ng plural verb, which is are. So, all of the cupcakes are gone. An example, none of the meat has spoiled. Ang subject mo dito ay none of the meat. Paano natin malalaman kung ito ay plural or singular? So, tingnan mo yung malapit na noun sa tabi ng verb. Meat. Meat is a collective noun. So, singular siya. So, dahil ang gagamitin natin ay has, hindi have. None of the meat has spoiled. Last example. None of the apples have spoiled. So, parang kanina lang, pinakamalapit ay apples. Apples are plural. Kasi may S. Okay? So, gagamit tayo ng have, hindi siya has. Next rule tayo, we have expressions of quantity. Percentages and fractions can be plural or singular depending on the context. First example, we have 2/3 of the lemonade has been finished off. So, ang subject natin dito ay 2/3 of the lemonade. Ang trick dito, hanapin mo yung pinakamalapit na noun sa tabi ng verb. Ang verb natin ay has. At ang pinakamalapit doon ay lemonade. Lemonade is singular yan. So, gagamitin natin ay has, hindi have. Sa pang-example, 2/3 of the students are on the field trip today. So, gumamit ulit ako ng 2/3 para makita nyo lang yung pinagkaiba. So, dito naman, students naman siya, plural. So, dahil plural ang students, you have to use a plural verb, which is are. Okay? Napansin nyo yung pinakamalapit na noun sa tabi ng verb, yun yung basihan natin. So, pa tayong example, 75% of the buildings were destroyed. So, i-highlight ko na yung subject. 75% of the buildings. Ano yung pinakamalapit na subject? Buildings. At yung buildings ay plural, so I have to use a plural verb. Were. So, hindi ka pwedeng gumamit ng was. Last example tayo. 75% of the cake was already eaten. So, ang subject mo dito ay 75% of the cake. Dahil ang cake ang pinakamalapit na noun sa tabi ng verb, at dahil singular siya, you have to take a singular verb, which is was, at hindi were. So, 75% of the cake was already eaten. Then tayo sa next rule, money and time. When talking about an amount of money or time, it requires a singular verb. Okay, amount of money or time, singular verb gagamitin mo. Kaso, kung referring ka sa currency only, plural verb ang gagamitin natin. Let's see some example. First one, we have $5 is a lot of money. Baka sa panahon nun, malaki na yun. Okay? So, $5 is a lot of money. $5 yung subject. Okay? Dahil amount of money siya, it's taken as singular. So, you have to take a singular verb, which is at hindi ka pwedeng gumamit ng are. E paano naman kung ganito ang example? Dollars are often used instead of rubles in Russia. Yung rubles yun yung currency na sa Russia. Okay. Ang subject dito ay dollars. Okay? So, dahil you're talking about the currency itself, gagamit ka ng plural form of the verb. So, dollars, plural siya, nagamit ka ng plural form of the verb, which is are. Kanina kasi, $5. That's amount of money. Ito naman kasi, you're talking about the currency itself. So, okay, malito dun. Last example, 5 years is too long. 5 years is too long. 5 years in yung subject mo. And we're talking about an amount of time. So, you have to use a singular. Singular siya. And you have to use a singular verb, which is. Last rule na tayo, we have the gerunds. When gerunds are used as a subject of a sentence, they take the singular form of the verb. However, when they are linked by "and", they take the plural form. Let's see some example. Standing in the water was a bad idea. Bad idea talaga yun. Okay, so going back, ang sentence dito, yung subject dito is standing. So, in-highlight ko na siya. Yun yung gerund. So, sabi nga kanina, pag yung gerund ay subject ng sentence, singular siya. So, standing in the water, gagamit ka ng singular form of the verb, which is was, at hindi were. So, pa tayong example. Swimming in the ocean and playing drums are my hobbies. So, may dalawang gerund ka dito. You have swimming and playing. Sabi kanina sa rule, pag may dalawang gerund ka o mahigit pa, you have to take a plural form of the verb. Swimming and playing. So, dalawa siya at connected siya ng "and". So, I have to use a plural form of the verb, which is are, at hindi pwedeng is. Alright, so nandito na tayo sa Subject-Verb Agreement Quiz part. So may quiz tayo para malaman natin kung naiintindihan nyo ba yung lesson. So I'll give you 15 questions. You may pause the video naman before I reveal the answer. So let's start. First question. Some of the potatoes are salted. Alright, so the correct answer is R by Rule 17. Some of the potatoes are salted. Mamit ka ng some. Ang some kasi pwede siyang singular or plural, indefinite pronoun. So, ang magiging basehan natin dito, yung pinakamalapit na noun dun sa tabi ng verb. So, dahil ang potatoes is plural, nagamit ka ng R. Second question. Neither my radio nor my television are working. 5 seconds. Time's up. So the correct answer is by rule number 11. Pag meron kang neither, either, or nor, gagamit ka ng kung ano yung pinakamalapit na noun dun sa tabi ng verb, yun yung basihan mo. Dahil television ay singular, you have to use a singular verb, which is. Next question. 6 pesos are too much to pay for a gumdrop. So 5 seconds. So the correct answer is rule number 19. Mamit ka ng amount, 6 pesos, $7. So, singular siya. So, you have to use a singular verb, which is. Next question, we have, the water polo team have won the state championship. So, I'll give you 5 seconds to answer the question. And the correct answer is has. Bakit? Kasi ang team is a collective noun. So, they act as one. The water polo team. So, one unit siya. So, it's taken as singular. So, you have to take a singular verb. Next question. We have a number of suggestions were made. 5 seconds. Alright, so ang tamang sagot ay were. Bakit? By rule number 14, a number of, or the number of, pag a number of, plural. Pag a number of, singular. So, kaya ginamit, ang sagot ay were. Okay, dito na tayo sa pang-anim na tanong. One of my best friends are going to the Dota 2 tournament tomorrow. 5 seconds. And the correct answer is. Bakit? Kasi one of my best friends is a subject, diba? Yung of my best friends is a prepositional phrase. So, rule number 3 yun. So, ang subject mo talaga dito yung one. Kaya, is ang gagamitin mo. Okay, pampito tayo. Each and every student and instructor are required to log in. 5 seconds. And the correct answer is by rule number 8. Pag may each and every ka or no, singular yun. Next question. 4 years are a long time to spend away from your friends and family. 5 seconds. And the correct answer is. Subject mo is 4 years. It's an amount of time. So, it's taken as singular. and you have to use a singular verb. So, 4 years is a long time to spend away from your friends and family. Alright, so pang-siyam na tayo. Politics are sometimes a dirty business. And the correct answer is. Kasi ang politics is yung mga nouns na nag-end sa S kaso singular siya by rule number 9. Politics is sometimes a dirty business. Okay, 10th question. Ron and Hermione are Harry's friends. 5 seconds. And the correct answer is are. By rule number 6 kasi, si Ron and Hermione, connected siya by the word and. Parang itong kaninang sa example ko na the dog and the goat. So, ang sagot ay are. Plural sila. So, next question tayo. Both of my pencils have an eraser. 5 seconds. And the correct answer is have. Bakit? By rule number 16. Ang both kasi is a plural indefinite pronoun. At yung of my pencils is a prepositional phrase. So, kahit na naman yan, plural pa rin ang both. At yung pencils ay plural din. So, have ang gagamitin mo. Kaso, pinakapapansin niyo dito yung both. Okay? Kasi, of my pencils is just a prepositional phrase. So, tanggalin mo yan, both ang pinaka-subject natin. Next question. Who are the leader of the Slytherin house? 5 seconds. Alright, so the correct answer is Severus Snape. No, I'm just joking. The correct answer is. So, magiging are lang siya, who are, pag ang tanong ay, who are the leaders of the Slytherin house? Okay? So, ang sagot dyan ay, who is? Kasi leader yung subject mo, which is singular. So, you have to use a singular verb by rule number 5. Okay, dun na tayo sa next question. A pair of trousers were found inside the box. 5 seconds. Okay, so the correct answer is was. Tricky siya, okay? By rule number 10, exception. Pag napansin mo yung pair of something, although trousers is plural, di ba? Yung nga yung sa rule number 10. Kaso gumamit ka ng word na a pair of blank. So yung pair kasi na yun, yung subject mo. And it's taken as one. So, singular verb ang gagamitin natin. A pair of trousers was found inside the box. Next question. Gardening are my mother's favorite hobby. 5 seconds. And the correct answer is. Gardening is my mother's favorite hobby. Rule number 20. Kung gardening and swimming, are ang gagamitin mo. Dahil isa lang naman yung gerund mo. So, yung gardening. So, is ang gagamitin natin. Okay, last question tayo. Goldilocks and the Three Bears are a British 19th century fairy tale. 5 seconds. And the correct answer is. Kasi Goldilocks and the Three Bears, title yun ng isang fairy tale eh. So you have to use is pag titles or entities by rule number 13. So Goldilocks and the Three Bears is a British 19th century fairy tale. At dito nagtatapos ang ating lesson sa Subject-Verb Agreement. you would like to comment or suggest another math and language video, please comment down below. Again, ako si James, your math and language instructor. Please like and subscribe. Thank you. Bye-bye.